Mixer is dead. What are you going to do next? We're going to show you the stats and what Mixer streamers need to do to transition or just straight up leave. So let's not waste time. Let's get into this. AWOL, what the hell happened yesterday, man? This is wild.
Look, this is not clickbait. You got to believe me. It's right here. It's on The Verge. It's real. Microsoft shut down Mixer and is supposedly partnering with Facebook Gaming. They're calling it partnering, but I think it's quite transparent based on what's happening here that Facebook Gaming has bought out Mixer as a part of this transition. So as of July 22nd, which is the date that all of this occurs, Microsoft is closing down Mixer, which was the fourth largest live streaming platform for gamers out there, and it will no longer operate the service essentially a month from now. So the 4 million streamers or so that are on Mixer have to leave and have to go find a new home, is essentially what this means. And so there's a whole transition plan here to move Mixer streamers over to platforms such as Facebook Gaming and others. However, Microsoft is putting some spin on this and talking about how this is a strategic move for their xCloud game service, and they are basically saying like, we're doing this because of xCloud reasons, guys. Sorry. For those of you that don't know, the reason why they're really doing this, and we'll show you the numbers, is that it's just been a wildly unsuccessful platform from an audience building standpoint. Now, obviously, Microsoft's cloud gaming initiatives are going to be a huge part of their future for their platforms. The next Xbox is going to be paired up with, subscription cloud services to play games. So obviously having xCloud, being able to reach platforms with 2 billion people like Facebook Gaming, of course, that's a major item. But I'd like to definitely put this in context and let everybody know that is not why they're doing this. They're doing this because Mixer's viewership has not grown over time anywhere near what it needed to do. I mean, Perrin, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the quarterly report and I just want to show everybody the real reason why this is happening so you don't buy the spin, because you guys deserve to know the truth. And so let me just go down here to the Mixer section of this article. Perrin, what do they need to know about Mixer and the real reason why this thing's closing down?
Yeah, so it's not growing. I mean, viewers are not coming to Mixer to watch streams, and they made these major acquisitions, and you guys know what I'm talking about. They bought Ninja, they made a huge deal with Shroud and other really big Twitch streamers to bring them over, and they spent millions and millions on doing this. And I don't think that they realized the damage that this would cause, because when you bring over like the top number one streamers, they have legions of fans who want to be just like them. And they all stream too, not all of them, but most of them stream too with zero audience. And this destroyed Mixer to a degree. Like Mixer was actually doing okay, very slowly growing, kind of like Facebook Gaming is now, but not quite as good. And then they did this acquisition, and then, nobody came over to watch because they became mega oversaturated with a ton of really, really crappy streams. And that kind of broke the platform. I actually think, according to this data, and you can see where this happened, you see the spike up to the top where the acquisition occurred, and then all the numbers start going down afterwards.
Yeah, so for those of you that are listening or can't see the tiny numbers here, in Q2 of 2019, Shroud, Ninja, there was tens of millions of dollars dropped, and it increased the number of hours watched in that quarter on Mixer to 113 million. However, over the course of the next year, it actually dropped, despite the fact that they acquired top talent, down to 81 million. So the platform from an hours watch standpoint was in a nosedive after they made that acquisition. And then when they look at hours streamed, the platform at that point was at 32 million, and then it actually decreased to 28 million. So actually the amount of streaming that actually happened on the platform decreased significantly during the same period of time. And then if we look at the number of unique channels, Mixer at the time had 4 million streamers on their platform, and it just stayed at about 4 million for the next year. So that didn't even grow. That was just plateaued. And this basically told the story here with the average concurrent viewership. This is the ultimate number that everybody who's watching our podcast right now needs to know. In Q2 of 2019, there were 51,000 average concurrent viewers on Mixer at any given time. when they acquired Ninja and Shroud, that dropped over the course of the next year down to 37,000. Guys, 4 million streamers competing for 37,000 average concurrent viewers at any given point. All right, so that makes it very clear that Mixer was absolutely doomed. And so that's the real reason why they're pulling the plug here. Not xCloud, not the future of Xbox, not Phil Spencer's PR spin. It's because Mixer didn't work out, guys. And a big reason why the platform was flooded by a bunch of zero-view streamers is because of the Xbox integration with the platform. Tons of players out there were just playing Xbox and hit live stream. And then it just flooded the platform with millions of trash streams. Most streams that are just coming straight up from a console are awful. I mean, there's a few exceptions, but they're awful. And so now there's 4 million streamers out there that are looking for a new home. So Perrin, what do they need to know? Guys, what do they need to know?
Well, look at the lesson learned here. So, I mean, Mixer was doing fine. It was actually doing okay as a platform. It wouldn't have been competitive versus Twitch for years, for another at least couple of years. But don't go all in on one platform. That's like the main lesson to learn here. I mean, clearly, imagine if you were a mid-sized Mixer partner right now. Maybe you just got partnership. Maybe you just quit your job so that you could do this full time because you just got there, right? Mixer has been around long enough for some creators to make it this far. And then something like this happens. Even if Facebook Gaming rolls out the red carpet for you, the one thing that they can't give you is your audience back. And if they don't come over with you to Facebook Gaming, which hopefully they do, but I mean, you're going to lose a good portion of them no matter how you look at it. Because there's going to be a lot of Mixer audience who's just like, nope, I don't like Facebook. I'm just going to go back to Twitch. And so you're going to lose a huge amount of audience. And, you know, Facebook Gaming might be like, yeah, well, we'll still partner you and pay you, but you're not going to have what you had before. You're going to lose a lot. And that is terrible. You should never have to be in that situation. So the lesson learned for new creators coming into this and for mid-level creators, and even for creators who are making it higher up there, don't go all in on one platform, especially in the beginning. And especially because you don't need to. There are tools out there that like stop this from happening. I was on Twitter like all day yesterday telling everybody this, like this is the perfect reason why services like Restream.io exist, so that you aren't stuck investing years into a single platform with the potential for it to fail and you lose everything. No. I mean, if you're restreaming and you're hitting all the platforms, if one platform dies, you're okay. You just bring all your guys over to another one and it's fine because they already know that you're restreaming to multiple platforms. So that's the lesson learned here, from my opinion. Ross?
Yeah, the other lesson learned here is definitely keep up with the numbers. Listen, I'm not saying this to promote our podcast. I honestly don't care where you get the numbers from, but look at what we've been talking about for the past, 4 or 5 months now. We've been saying that Mixer is an absolute failure. The people who we talk to on Twitter and everywhere else, Facebook, they've been saying Mixer is a failure. Just look at the numbers, And sure enough, people who did not look at the numbers are now forced to look at the numbers because they're not in their favor anymore. So yeah, it's a huge, it's a heartbreak for the people, like you said, that, you know, went exclusively over to Mixer. Even if they built a little something, I'm sure there are a lot of them that were having a lot of success on Mixer. But, you know, now you got to adapt and change. And honestly, the writing was on the wall for this one. I can't say I feel too sorry for it, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited to see what comes next out of this. And I think we're going to get into that a little bit maybe later. But just looking at all the success that Facebook has had with Facebook Gaming, what they're building up to, all the good, promising things that we've seen, you know, I want to see, before I go all hard in and say this is a terrible, terrible, terrible move, which it's certainly looking like, I want to see what Facebook's gaming's plan is for this.
Well, let's review their plan then, and let's talk about what their plan could be. So obviously Facebook is taking this seriously. When you arrive at Facebook Gaming right now, you're going to see this page, Welcome Mixer Community. And so Facebook reportedly has offered a lot of money to get all of the Mixer streamers over to Facebook Gaming. And this is not a partnership. I don't think that this is because Mixer, you know, really was looking for the right partner and they were really looking out for their clients. That's not what happened. They're looking to cut their losses and get a paycheck from Mixer to help pay the bills on all of the money they lost on Mixer. That's what happened. And Facebook was ready to pay. And so there's a couple different elements that you need to know here. So this one is a tweet that Asherle, that Andrew Perrin here on the podcast tweeted out. Can you tell us what the content of this tweet is and what this means? This is all about how what we're covering right now is all about how Facebook gaming in particular is rolling out the carpet for Mixer streamers and what that means for you guys as a potential opportunity. So how about this one, Perrin?
Okay, so I was looking at this because the big question that most of you are probably wondering is, what will Ninja and Shroud and all of the top talent that Mixer had do? And this is important. I mean, and for me, the way I'm looking at this is whatever they do determines what happens to Facebook gaming. Because if Ninja and Shroud and co go to Facebook gaming, they're going to break the platform like they broke Mixer with all their legions of fans who stream with 0 concurrent viewers, and they're going to destroy the viewer growth on Facebook. They will destroy the platform.
Oh yeah.
However,
they will absolutely destroy it if they arrive on the platform. They'll destroy any platform they arrive at. Except for Twitch. Except for Twitch.
Because Twitch is number one and it's too big to fail at this point. So now, I was looking at this. It's almost for sure 100% chance they are not going to sign with Facebook Gaming because Ninja and Shroud have been offered almost double what Mixer offered, and this is a ton of money, and they turned it down. So it looks pretty clear like the only choices that they will have, and these are all the top tier talent were probably offered something like this, is either Twitch, going back to Twitch, or maybe YouTube gaming, but is most likely going to be Twitch. And this is good. This means this is good at least for Facebook gaming, and that, like we said, if Facebook gaming acquires these top talent, they will break the really nice consistent growth that they have on their platform. Now, if they just bring over a lot of the medium-sized Mixer talents, I was taking a look yesterday at some of the different mid-level creators on Mixer and what their community's sentiment was. And the general sentiment was like, yeah, we will follow you anywhere. We will follow you over to Facebook, and we will be Facebook gaming viewers because we love you as a creator so much. I think the mid-level creators will bring over some audience, but not all of it. That's just a vocal minority, really, that the diehard fans, but they are going to alienate their non-diehard fans. They are going to alienate the ones who are just there sometimes, who liked the platform. And so they're not going to pull over everybody, but they'll pull over some new viewership to the platform. But the good news is that if Ninja and Shroud are not coming over, then Facebook Gaming still has a chance. And hopefully they saw that. I mean, I hope that they have a pretty good team at Facebook Gaming, so I imagine maybe that they knew this. But it looked like, despite that, they still spent a lot of money, or wanted to spend a lot of money on this top tier talent, not realizing the damage it might cause to their platform.
I definitely don't think they looked at it that way at all. So I think that all of these streaming platforms think that they can make it work if they pay for top talent to come over their platform, whereas all the other guys did it wrong. And what they don't realize is that bringing Ninja and Shroud and Loaded and all these guys to Mixer was actually part of the problem, not part of the solution. I do not believe that Facebook Gaming thought that. Reportedly, now Ninja reportedly made $30 million from his deal with Mixer, which he got to get out years early, supposedly, reportedly. And also Shroud only had to stream on Mixer for 6 months, potentially years early, from his $10 million contract. So they both made out like bandits, like ninjas, if you will. Same thing with Loaded. And Facebook, if they offered double that, reportedly would have offered $60 million for Ninja, $20 million for Shroud. And so I think Facebook Gaming thinks that it was money well spent. That would have been money well spent. And that bringing all that talent over would have been a good thing. However, it's absolutely not the case. And so this is the big question that we have in the market right now. Where are all of these garbage streamers going to go? Which community are they going to go to? Where are they going to flood? And unfortunately, wherever they go, they are going to cause massive damage to whichever platform they go to. And the unfortunate part here, when we look at the Hatchet report, just so you guys can kind of see, Mixer actually has a massive portion of all of the channels out there, even though it had a tiny amount of viewership. Look at the unique channels. See this pie right here? This is the total pie of streamers out there in Q1 of this year. 36% of streamers were on Mixer. This 36% of streamers now is going to decide to go to Twitch. They're going to decide to go to Facebook, and they're going to decide to go to YouTube Gaming. Where are they going to go? So I think you're right to a certain extent. I think Shroud and Loaded will probably go back to Twitch. I don't know if Ninja's going to go back to Twitch. Twitch totally crapped all over Ninja when he left. They like straight up deleted his channel and then let porn stream on his channel when he left. It was just awful the way that they treated him and his brand. I would not be surprised to see everybody but Ninja go over to Twitch, all the big guys, and then I will probably see Ninja go to YouTube Gaming. Ninja has 25 million subscribers on YouTube, and he'll probably go to YouTube because it's the best move. And if he streams on YouTube, he'll crush, and he may actually become, once again, the largest streamer in the entire world by streaming on YouTube. Because YouTube's a platform that can actually give someone with his talents viewership, whereas Mixer never had a chance. Whereas Facebook Gaming, let's be honest, is not really going to give him the viewership he needs. And let's be real, Twitch, though it has a lot of live viewership right now, if you're the big giant mega fish on YouTube, you might actually be able to get more concurrent viewers there than you can get even on Twitch. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ninja crest over 50, 60, 70,000 average concurrent viewers on YouTube if he sticks to his game there on that platform. So I don't know what offers he's receiving, but he's probably better off not going back to Twitch and actually going to YouTube and taking a $30 million deal, $50 million deal, something like that with YouTube instead of Twitch. That's my opinion. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, let's take a step back and actually look at this for what it is. As we've just shown, the vast majority of streamers on Mixer are getting literally 0 views. So I think there's a good argument to be made that very few of them will actually go over to Facebook and make that move. I mean, it could happen, but also Facebook is a completely different platform than Mixer. It's like Perrin and I talked about the other day. You literally have to be yourself. You have to give your name. There's no disguise in there. It's just a completely different platform, and a lot of people are really turned off by it. So I think knowing that, also, I think a lot of the streamers on Mixer are just going to straight up quit now, because it's going to be a different thing eventually they'll get it where you can just stream live on Xbox. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that because the platforms are so different, people are going to be more likely to make the jump to Twitch and YouTube before even considering Facebook.
That's a really good point. And if streamers that were getting 0 viewers for a year quit, that's fine. You should probably quit or completely redo your strategy. So it's probably good that they quit and maybe try something else. Maybe make videos instead. Maybe don't stream from your Xbox because that doesn't work. Try something different for sure. Well, let's look at the red carpet then and see what they're doing to actually roll this thing out, right? What is the red carpet? So reportedly, Perrin and I were talking about this before the podcast. Reportedly, this is on Facebook Gaming's own site here. Reportedly, Facebook is offering $2,500 to every Mixer partner to get them to join Facebook Gaming and to stay for 90 days. And there's a whole list of other benefits here that we're going to go through. And Perrin, tell me which of these actually matter and which ones don't. All right, so here we go. So these are the benefits you'll get if you join Facebook Gaming. Exclusive early access to new streaming features and tools. Do you think that matters to Mixer streamers?
It could, if it means that they get whitelisted for stream advertising. That could be huge, especially if
that's not what that means. That's not what that means. No, that's not what that means. No, monetization. No, that's not that. This is not that. Monetization is a whole nother thing. Like that, they would put monetization there. They're talking about like little extras and stuff.
It's already listed. Yeah. No, these new features, no, only monetization features would matter. So these, whatever exclusive streaming features and tools they're talking about, no, they don't matter at all.
That doesn't matter to Mixer streamers. Okay. Number 2, direct line of feedback to product and engineering team. Do you think that matters at all to Mixer streamers?
No.
All right. Number 3, partner only invites to Facebook Gaming events.
No.
No, that doesn't matter to Mixer streamers either. So far, the top 3 benefits of joining Facebook Gaming don't matter to Mixer streamers. Okay, moving on. Monetization with stars, fan subscriptions, and ads.
Yeah, this matters.
Yeah.
And like I was going to say was if they get whitelisted for advertising for the streams and they get fan subscriptions and they can do their new ad breaks, which Facebook is doing, brand new ad break that they're coming out with where you can add your own content as your own branded content in the ad break. I don't know. That's totally new. I don't know if that'll be helpful or not, but it's something. That's the only thing that's going to matter. I mean, think about, we know this, like the one thing that matters to creators is making the money. So where is the money? And can they spend some of this money to build up their audience faster and get an advantage over other people on the platform? AKA being whitelisted to advertise their live streams would be one way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely not going to whitelist any of these people to advertise their live streams. At first, they're going to want to check them out. But getting stars, fan subscriptions, and ads. So basically, they'll give you basic monetization if you join Facebook Gaming. Okay, cool. So that one obviously matters. So then the next one here is access to Facebook's support team. Do you think that matters to Mixer streamers?
I mean, not really. It's only like that should be default no matter what anyway. So actually even being listed here is something noteworthy. It's kind of insulting, honestly.
Well, if you've tried to get in contact with Facebook's support team, you know how important this can actually be.
Right?
Yes.
Great. So out of all of these benefits, none of them matter except for benefit number 4. So I don't know why they put monetization as number 4. They should have put it as number 1. Great, the stream's back and it's streaming again. Monetization should have been number 1, and all of these other ones are kind of total BS and don't really matter at all. The next part is they are inviting everybody kind of by default that was a part of Mixer's open monetization program to Facebook Level Up program. So what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that's kind of the scary one. I mean, I have 50 followers on Mixer and I'm in the open monetization program. So like there were really almost no requirements for it. And yeah, Level Up's not hard to get into, but here's the thing. You got to remember the numbers. So there were 4 million unique streamers on Mixer and there were 130,000 unique streamers on Facebook. So if you bring even over like 1 to 2% of that 4 million, you're injecting a massive number of new channels into Facebook where the viewership isn't going to grow. Like these creators, I would say 90%, probably 99% of the creators that are just in the open monetization program coming to Level Up will not bring over any audience whatsoever. So now you're going to blow the platform with a bunch of nobody streamers, and that's going to impact the numbers in a negative way. It's going to impact the viewership in a negative way, just like it did with Mixer.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up, and we're obviously going to talk more about this over time. But let's go ahead and try to put a bow on this right now. So folks that were streaming on Mixer or folks that are looking at different platforms to stream, what is the important things that you need to really consider when selecting a streaming platform now? First, let's address Mixer streamers. All 4 million of you out there that are wondering what to do now. What do we want to tell them?
Take the time to think about the future of your creator path and consider that most creators aren't going to make enough off of one source of revenue. So why at this kind of crucial junction in this whole journey of yours would you choose to go all in on another platform again? I mean, that just doesn't make sense from a gambling standpoint. And you shouldn't be gambling with the future of the career you want to build. You should be diversifying your revenue across multiple different platforms. If Facebook's going to cut you a check for $2,500, but not put you in an exclusivity agreement, then take the money and then multi-stream. That's what I would do. If they're going to try to put you in an exclusivity agreement, don't take an exclusivity agreement. I wouldn't, because the problems that happen at Mixer are kind of coming over to Facebook Gaming. You're gonna relive that same issue unless you kind of break off the dependence of single platform strategy. No creator should be going at it from a single platform strategy. Throwing all your eggs into one basket just isn't a good idea. So there's been a lesson learned here for the entire creator industry, but especially for live streamers and for Mixer streamers. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Spread yourself out across multiple platforms. There are lots of tools out there where you can do it. There's lots of platforms that can make you even better money than Facebook and Mixer, Patreon. There's tons of them out there. There's tools that can help you go across them too, and we talk about them here on the podcast all the time. Who else?
Diversification. Got it.
Yep.
Ross, what would you want to tell Mixer streamers?
Well, first of all, I would say to all 4 million of you, we all go through these situations in life where we look back in hindsight and say, okay, that was a blessing in disguise. I think that's what this is going to turn out to be. If you're really serious about streaming, if you're very serious about creation, then go back and look at what the numbers Mixer was actually doing, like we've actually gone over here. And while this may suck right now, again, if you're serious about it, this is going to turn out being a good thing for you, because now you have to diversify, because we don't know exactly what is going to be happening with Facebook and Mixer kind of doing a crossover thing here. But just like Perrin said, just start using Restream. Start going on every platform. If you're so determined to find one to just be exclusive to, just do it for a while, see which one you like best. But in the long term, realize that this is actually probably the best move for your career anyway.
Dang, I like that. That was good. My advice is different than yours. So I agree. You should be diversifying. I agree. And I agree that this is good for Mixer streamers. Unfortunately, it's bad for everyone else. So this is bad for Twitch. This is bad for Facebook gaming. And this is bad for YouTube gaming. Now there's 4 million dead bodies flooding into these platforms that are going to produce no results and are going to make it more difficult for everyone else to succeed. So if you were somebody who was getting a little bit of traction, it's going to be way more difficult on all of these platforms to get any traction, because now you've got 4 million bodies that just piled in. It's like zombie horde just showed up. And so with this happening, platforms like Twitch are hierarchy based with how you get viewership there, right? So if you're on top, you stay on top. But if you right now are small or mid-sized, you are going to have a way more difficult time getting on top. It's like World War Z, the movie with Brad Pitt, where the zombies are crawling up each other to get over to the top of the wall. They're all doing that right now, and you're going to get caught up in that zombie horde. So you need to be on platforms that have algorithms that can help you get viewership. And Twitch doesn't have that. Facebook has that to a little bit of an extent. Facebook can do that a teeny bit, but really the platform that has that like gangbusters is YouTube. So out of all alternatives, YouTube is by far the best alternative to Mixer right now. Not Twitch, not Facebook gaming. And so I agree with Perrin that diversifying is good. Doing something like restreaming is good. Do it. But if you are insistent on choosing one platform, YouTube is by far the best alternative to Mixer right now. And if your content's any good at all, YouTube will serve your content to viewers. And if your content sucks, YouTube will not serve you to anybody. And that's what's great about YouTube. If you get clicks and you keep viewers, YouTube will boost your channel into infinity. Not on Twitch, and not really as much on Facebook gaming. Those are our initial thoughts on the situation. We'll continue to cover it as breaking events unfold, helicopter shots, you name it, lower thirds, exciting transitions. It's all happening here today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy streaming. And you know what? Go to YouTube. Bye.